him with the
agility.
70.
They disrespected what's his face's agility, Baker. They gave that boy like 83 agility. He ain't give him no touchdowns, and y'all giving him 83 agility. That's just nastiness.
But yeah, man. Anything else you want to get off about Madden ratings?
Darrell Henderson got a really slow 40 time. Even though he ran a 4.35 at his pro day, he has 89 speed and 95 acceleration, 88 agility. And Tony Pollard, his teammate, ran the same 40 time as him, has 94 speed and 93 acceleration. How?
I think a lot of it is based off game tape, but I see what you're saying.
Like, bro, but if some cats are running the same 40 time and their game tape is different, you still got to honor what they ran.
To an extent, yeah,
like,
definitely.
Okay, Taylor Rapp ran a 4.77, but has 84 speed. I get that he probably is faster in games, but there's some cats who ran 4.5s who are only a little bit faster than him.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, are we going by the track, or are we going by, game? Because I can tell you, Ted King Jr. is still one of the fastest cats in the league. But I think he usually has like 93 or 94 speed. But he's still fast as hell. Reggie Bush was always fat until he got hurt. Chris Johnson, fast until the very end. But I still say, I will say they got it right with the linemen. They're actually making linemen more athletic.
Like, yeah, they are. Except
like offensive linemen. And
shout out to poor Jonah Williams out for the season, man.
Yep.
Bengals, they got a curse right now or something. All their first-round picks.
Get hurt out for the season. It's
someone laid it out and was like, yeah, their last
it's David Pollock
4 first-round picks, like, just been injured, like, literally just injured.
David Pollock was like that years ago.
But, yeah, the other big news of the week, Ezekiel Elliott, that just came down today. But basically, the NFL said they will not suspend Ezekiel Elliott for the incident in Las Vegas where he was arrested at EDC for essentially getting into it with a bodyguard. And didn't he have substances on him or something? Or
yeah, but it's EDC. Everyone has drugs on them.
Yeah.
He didn't even really push the security guard. The security guard got in his face, so he just walked him down. Like, if I just walk up to somebody and just put my chest in their face and walk them down.
But yeah, I think the venue or whatever ended up dropping charges. So like,
yeah,
nothing really happened. But Zeke did essentially say that he took poor judgment, and he admitted to taking poor judgment and took a vow to take advantage of resources the NFL provides to avoid putting himself in such situations in the future, according to Ed Werner. So, yeah, essentially, man, Zeke, and this is already like his second. Well, he had one big issue, and like this is like his third small, like unrelated. I didn't actually get in trouble. It just kind of looked bad situations. He had the Mardi Gras thing, and he had another thing where he was just out in public,
Did he have
acting
a
a lot.
dispensary thing?
Yeah, something like that.
Honestly, I'm tired of athletes getting like NFL players constantly.
Bruh, you have all this entourage and you can't have your homie do the stupid shit.
That is true.
Like, bruh, we know about half of that championship team ain't playing in the league no more. I know you got some of those cats around you.
That Florida team or the Ohio State
the
team?
Ohio State team.
Because Roy Small's in prison right now.
No, I'm just talking about Zeke's boys.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure he got some keepers that he can have do dumb shit for him.
But I just don't like how that
handle his lightweight.
Yeah, I don't like how when it comes to athletes with predominantly sports with black athletes, we constantly are quick to criminalize them for any trouble they get into. But like they talked about the Riley Cooper thing for like 5 minutes.
That's fair.
And that was way more. That's why Kerry Williams got into a fight with him at practice. That was way more damaging to a team. And then the coach coming out and defending Riley Cooper. That was way more damaging than what Zeke just like, they're targeting him obviously, he's being targeted in situations. Because, like, who keeps pulling out their phone and taking video? I'm a famous person. Bro, how many fights have you seen at concerts and nobody pulled their phone out and that person got rung over their coals? But because he's famous and he's an athlete, and yes, he plays for the Cowboys, it's an issue. But I don't hear any stories about these hockey players beating their wives and getting in trouble.
I feel like
we act like they're not doing it, and they are.
I feel like if he didn't play for the Cowboys, we wouldn't be having this conversation because he'd be getting more than
shit when he came into the league.
He'd be getting more than a slap on the wrist if he didn't play for the Cowboys, and essentially probably both the largest the most influential owner outside of maybe Bob Kraft, and even Bob Kraft took a step back with all that shit that happened to him this offseason. But just not even from a public's perspective, but also just being inside the owner circle and being a lobbyist.
I'm just tired of, like, NFL sport, like popular sports, like the NFL and NBA, constantly having athletes have shit thrown at them by the media. But we don't really get into the background of some of these hockey players, man. Some of these baseball players. Because they out here doing wild, foul shit, too. There's just no camera in their face because guess what? We don't really care about hockey and baseball like that as much as we do.
And also...
Like, that's unfair to me.
Bro, you were just talking about fair doesn't exist. But,
I know.
What you're saying is spot on,
but it's also athletes.
But it's also like, okay, who can you spot out more? Ezekiel Elliott or a hockey player? Like, football players are noticeable. They're huge. They're ripped. Sometimes they have, signatures like tattoos and beards and hair. But most of all, they're just tall, rich, powerful black dudes. So they stand out.
You can spot out Tom Brady. You can spot out Drew Brees. You can spot out
now, but I'm saying
hockey players.
But I'm saying you're not.
I get it.
Yeah,
but, like, it's weird that football players have more padding covering.
Football players have a look, bro. Like you at the bungalow, you're like, oh, that dude's a player, bro. Exactly.
Hockey players don't ever look cool.
Exactly. So it's like, why would we want to pay attention to them?
But I'm just saying, like,
same thing with baseball players.
That's truly hypocritical.
You look like it is, but it's.
By the way, rest in peace to Tyler Skaggs.
Yeah, for sure.
Santa Monica High School native graduate.
I'm just saying you can't overlook optics, right? Physical appearance, especially in our clout culture that we currently live in.
I just don't like how, like, media members, like, I remember with the whole LeVar Ball thing, and Jamel Hill was like talking all this crap about LeVar Ball, how it was inappropriate when clearly, like, he has a history of saying corny ass dad jokes to people. But then when Gronk was twerking all on her and everybody called her out on it, she didn't have shit to say. So it's cool for the big white boy meathead to twerk on you and all this other shit and strip on you because she's done it. And then all those fake media members went on that Gronk cruise. I'm like, bro, if that was a Ray Rice cruise, y'all wouldn't be saying that shit. Or if it was a Michael Vick cruise, the stigma would be different.
I see what you're saying. That's fair, but
like, it would be totally different. And I'm like, I don't like how these media people are playing favorites with certain athletes. And that's trash to me. Like, you don't have any, like, I don't care how many stories you write or that you're on TV. You have no credibility in my eyes because you're playing favorites with certain athletes, and then you wonder why certain athletes don't want to talk to you. Like,
even
Stephen
more
A.
than
Smith
that,
was going in on
it's a lot of
Boogie Cousins, remember?
Yeah, even beyond that, it's just like you wonder why fans don't want to listen because you just slander the favorite players. Like, yeah, Boogie Cousins is a perfect example.
He's like, me and him got no love lost, but guess what? Most of these athletes would whoop your ass. That's why I hate a lot of journalists that, like, I saw and I came up around. I'm just like, bro, you never, like, that's part of the reason why certain people probably didn't like me when maybe like one or two people didn't like me when I worked with them. Because I'm like, bro, I know you're not from the streets. You ain't really been through shit. And you just have an opinion just because you think it's cool to have an opinion. And you're a journalist and you fanboy out for all these athletes. But none of them would hang out with you in real life. And they would
I
whoop
mean,
your,
you
and they would whoop your ass.
I mean, you somewhat just described me, and you have a show with me every single
nah,
week.
but that's
Fuck you. You just said no.
I mean, was that shit you were saying off the air? But now, like to an extent, like, but if like somebody you talked about walked up on you, I know you're not gonna turn into a bitch. Like,
nah, I would give them
you
a
would try to
reason why.
You would try to, yeah,
I would give them a reason why. And I would say why I'm not a hater.
But there's some cats we both know that we were around in J school who like somehow managed to talk tough, but we know like, yo, their girlfriend would slap the shit out of you and you wouldn't do anything.
Bro, you just graduated. You can't say J school. Like you
Yes,
gotta be out a year.
Fuck you.
You gotta be out a year before you refer to it as J school. Like
first off,
it's still college right now.
First off, it's a city boy summer.
It's
a city boy summer. I'll do what I want. Second off,
but yeah,
but you know those type of journalists.
No, I get you.
Like in media, people
man.
like they're not cool. They're not tough. You're just on TV.
I got it.
You're just like
famous. I got it.
But like you want to beat the shit out of those people.
I got it. I'm there.
It's just like,
all right, let's move on.
I hate those people.
Keep that same energy for this next question, and let's keep it concise so we can end on
an hour. I'm from California. I keep the same energy.
Man, so I'm stealing this from Bleacher Report, social team, but
of course you are.
What player on it? What big offseason acquisition is going to have the biggest season on their new team? Is it Le'Veon? Is it Antonio? Is it Odell? Is it Josh Rosen? Really, it just comes down to Josh Rosen shouldn't even be in that same graphic. Honestly,
I was like, why is Josh Rosen there? That's some Ringo Starr shit. If anything, I would pick a lower level player because I feel like if you would say Antonio Brown, I wouldn't say Antonio Brown.
I'm taking Odell, bro.
I want to say Tyrell Williams if I'm going to be honest. He ain't going to get no double teams.
I'm taking Odell because he's not going to get double teams. I mean, he'll get double teams, but he also has help, and he also has a decent quarterback now who can actually extend plays, who he actually likes and has chemistry with. And the rest of his receiving corps is one of the best in the league. So
it's crazy that Jarvis Landry is a great number 2.
He's an excellent number 2. That's what you want in a number 2.
People got to say he's not a number 1. I'm sorry, he's not.
But yeah, let's get to the rest.
What were the other 2 options though? It was Odell,
Le'Veon.
I'm gonna say Le'Veon because
Antonio.
Jets have no ground game.
I was leaning towards Le'Veon, but I could also see him either getting hurt or the Jets just being trash and like only being able to run. So
I mean, they got better on the offensive line, and Darnold is a hell of a QB. He's a hell of a talent. You give him a running back.
It's not Darnold I'm worried about. It's the offensive line and the receivers.
They got KO. They got some more receivers.
We all know KO also gets hurt, but
now, like for that Jets offensive line,
I feel you.
Running the ball,
Le'Veon,
I think will be.
I think Le'Veon will be second.
I think Le'Veon's a bigger help than a hindrance, and I think Odell is going to get lost in that offense.
We'll see.
Somebody's not getting catches. Njoku.
But first, let's get to the rants. Keep it under an hour. You want me to go first? I can go first.
You can go first.
All right, man. Well, first of all, shout out to Anthony Lynn for once again doing some great work in Tanzania. That's good news. Also good news, the Raiders gifted a couple of veterans some service dogs. I believe that was last week. So also good news. And shout out to the legend. Shout out to the GOAT. Happy birthday, Mr. Davis. It's Al Davis's birthday, July 4th. You know you're born to be a renegade when you're born on Independence Day. And lastly, NBA free agency, man. It's been really crazy. And honestly, I look at it, and this has really been the first time that the NBA universe is really all eyes on Kawhi Leonard. And this man has essentially won 2 championships, 2 finals MVPs, and been in consideration for like 2 regular season MVPs. So on top of first team offense, first team defense, all NBA, etc., all-star games, and he's really never commanded this sort of attention in high school and college, even in the pros. And so I just want to say, obviously I want him to land with the Clippers. I don't think he's going there anymore. I think the Clippers are in third. But at the same time, like I can't even pretend to know what Kawhi Leonard is gonna do because between the Lakers' influence with Magic, Kobe could go either way. Either tell him to do his own thing or tell him to go Lakers.